All right, this is one of my favorite topics, and I'll probably make more videos about this because I never stop going on about it. And anyone who's followed me before knows that I'm a strong advocate of cold showers. I think cold showers are like one of the best things in the world. If you're depressed or unmotivated or you experience low energy, first of all, there are a host of other things you should look into and try, many of which will be in my upcoming book, which I will advertise on this channel. But, yeah, cold showers, they're fucking incredible. I really credit them with completely changing my life. At a certain point in time, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, I got into them. And just amazing. Just the most amazing thing in the world. Especially, here it's kind of hard for me to have proper ones because the water's quite warm because it's always warm outside. But man, a good cold shower, honestly, right? Get in. You're not gonna die. All that will happen is, if you're like a fucking old granny or something, then don't take my advice. And if you have some sort of serious health condition, or you're just a real fucking baby, then don't do it. But otherwise, turn the shower all the way to cold. Not a little bit cold. Not like, I'll put it on lukewarm and I'll fucking... No. Put it all the way to cold. Get in. You're not going to die. Nothing bad can happen. Literally, it's fine. All that will happen is you'll hyperventilate. It's quite unnerving when I do that, isn't it? Just pull my fucking... sagging face down. You get in and you'll start to hyperventilate, right? And that's it working. Basically, you have to like control your hyperventilation. So you'll start being like, and then you have to try and just like, and just fight your body's natural response to the cold. Stay in there. Don't like stand in a way that makes it not cold or try and avoid it or go in and out. Just get in there and keep telling yourself like, no, this is fine. I'm not going to die. Nothing bad can happen. Defeat the cold. Stay in there until you don't even want to get out anymore. Stay in there until it gets boring. Never run out of the shower. Never like, you know what I mean? Never like leave because it's too much. Ever. There's no reason to ever do that. All it is physical discomfort that lasts 2 minutes. Nothing's gonna happen to you. It's just physical discomfort, and it's nowhere near as uncomfortable as the things you're gonna probably face throughout the day and your life in general. So it helps prepare you for those. Get in and just stay in there until you feel like it's done. Till you've had your complete shower and you're ready. Don't like get out with fucking shower gel all over you because it's too cold or whatever. Stay in there and you'll start to control your breathing. You'll get the hyperventilation under control. And it's hard to explain. It's not every time I have one. Sometimes I have one and it's like not that much happens. But sometimes... it's like being on drugs. I just get like it's just the nicest feeling. Often, what happens afterwards, you get out and you feel really warm in a nice way. You feel like warmth radiating from you, obviously, because I'm sure there's some kind of mechanism going to like regulate temperature, and it's like a huge endorphin rush. It's really powerful. It feels amazing, and I had it in particular in England because it was so cold in the winter, and I had to work like outdoor jobs in the winter, and it was fucking horrible. And I used to have this thing where I would for a while I was working as a street sweeper and rubbish picker at a Christmas market, and it was pretty good. It was a fucking grubby job. I had to wear some fucking like old fucking uniform they had that was like really big and filthy, and go around with one of those big old bins where you're wheeling it around and you got the brooms attached and all the fucking shit. And I really like jobs like that because I would just listen to music and just walk around and pick up the litter, and it was at this Christmas market. It was kind of fun in a way, and picking up the litter with the litter picking stick was quite satisfying because there'd be like small pieces and you'd have to try, you get like good technique at trying to pick it up and shit, and sometimes you'd like throw them into the bin and whatever, but sometimes it was quite demeaning. Like this old lady was trying to be nice to me and she was like telling me what a wonderful job I was doing and how it was such great work. I was like, bitch, leave me alone. I'm already working as a fucking litter picker. Like, this is not the sort of thing I should be doing. And is quite beneath my family's expectations and what my life trajectory before that and what my level of intelligence has suggested I would be doing for a living. I don't need to be told I'm doing a good job. Just move out my way and let me fucking play my little games with the rubbish. Thank you very much. Put my podcast back on. Yeah, bye. Yeah, I was doing that, and because I'd have to wear all these fucking heavy winter clothes because it was so cold, I would then start sweating under the clothes. And that's the word. Anyone who's worked outdoors or like a cold job knows this feeling, because you wear the warm clothes because it's cold, and then you start sweating because of all the physical activity and because the temperature's not fully consistent because you're in all these warm clothes. Then you get like a sweaty back, and then the cold wind is blowing on your back. And then if you take some layers off, then you've got the wet back already. And the cold wind, and it's like you're like freezing, and it's like really, your clothes are all fucking stuck to you and shit. It's really annoying. So I started having cold showers, and normally I didn't have them in the winter because the water would be like ice cold. And I started having them then in the morning, and I'm talking, this is like fucking ice water. This is like Wim Hof shit. If you don't know who Wim Hof is, look him up, because that's where most of this stuff comes from anyway. It's not. People were doing it years before him, but he's like the ice man. I started having these like ice cold ones, and throughout the day I didn't sweat. My temperature, I don't know what it was. My temperature was perfectly regulated. I didn't feel too cold. I didn't feel too hot. I didn't sweat. That's another thing. If you have a fucking problem with sweating, have cold showers. There are a lot of like people you see online, and when I used to drink all the time, I would sweat a lot, and I was quite fat and unhealthy, and I used to smoke, and I was a heavy drinker, and I was always pouring sweat. I'd like go, if I had to even go slightly, like do a brisk walk, I'd be like pouring sweat, and I'd turn up to places, back when I had hair, I'd have like fucking sweaty hair everywhere, and like all my clothes would be soaked, and cold showers just stopped it completely. I just basically stopped sweating, because I don't know why. I think having such a shock first thing in the morning, it like forces your it just gets your fucking temperature regulation system going. I don't know what, but it really stops it being a thing. And more importantly though, it's like the most powerful antidepressant ever. I would get into like depressive funks where I'd just be like, days of just like, what am I doing? Like, what is my life? Like just no energy, feeling terrible. Have a cold shower and I get out and I just be like, I'm fucking ready, man. Like I can fucking do whatever. I'd feel so good. Think about it as well. When you have a hot shower, you don't want to get out, like, and when you get out it's like bad. You're like, oh, I guess I should get out of the shower now. I've been in here for like half a fucking hour and it's it's not going anywhere, nothing's happening, I'm just whatever. So it might feel nice. Stepping into a hot shower is lovely. It's like, the getting out is bad. Cold shower is the opposite. There's a moment of discomfort when you get in, or it can be quite nice, and then when you get out, it's like the best feeling in the world. It's like launching out of a rocket, as opposed to like, I don't know, I can't think of a reverse of that metaphor, but it's like launching out of a rocket. You feel great. You suddenly are like energized. You're also kind of relieved to be out of the cold. It's got, you feel you've done something, you've achieved something. You get dry. It just feels so nice. It's so like refreshing. It feels amazing. I think to be fair, if you're a lady and you've got long hair, or you're a man with long hair, all right for some, then it might be a bit different. Because for me, showering is pretty nice anyway. I can just fucking jump in. I don't even have to use shampoo necessarily. I can just jump in. I can shower in like fucking 30 seconds if I want to. But if you're a lady, I don't think you could have a proper cold shower where you wash your hair and everything. And I also think you shouldn't have a hot shower and then a cold one. I don't think you get the right benefit from it. So I think it should be separate to your main shower if you've got long hair. I don't know, maybe you can do it, but I don't really know if you can stand under there and fucking, and I don't know if it would properly get you clean. But it's worth just getting in anyway. When you're not even having a shower, just hop in for 2 minutes just to get cold. It's not about the shower, it's about the cold. So just hop in. Just whenever, when you fucking need some energy, do it in the morning and then have your normal shower later on where you have a hot shower. Because also, yeah, I do think once in a while it's good to have, I still have hot showers quite often anyway. But it's real good for your skin as well. Hot showers dry you out and shit. And cold showers, none of that. Real good for you. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But they're really amazing. I would highly recommend trying them if you haven't already. They're incredible. They're really, really good. Definitely changed my life. Most powerful antidepressant, not just antidepressant, but anti-anxiety. Like, and there's not really been, as far as I'm aware, when I last checked, there weren't really any conclusive studies on this subject. But I can fucking tell you from personal experience, it works. And I've known a bunch of other people who've said the same thing. That it really, really, really has an incredible mood boosting effect, and there will be studies one day to prove this. I guarantee it. They'll find that there's clearly something, because people who get into this and people who get into all the crazy like ice submersion shit, which I've never done. I'd quite like to do that. I've never really gone that extreme. I would quite like to go to Scandinavia or something and get in a fucking proper, freezing ice cold lake. But yeah, I've not done that. So yeah, give it a try, especially now it's the summer. It's going to be easy. This is the perfect time to start, because the water's warm and the weather's warm, so you're not going to get it that cold. To you, it will feel cold, and that means that as the weather gets colder throughout the rest of the year, you'll get you'll be kind of leveling up. So yeah, fucking give it a go.